Hi everybody. Okay, this is Travis back again. I'm just making a brief video. I wanted to start like a little bit of a self-help video series. Nothing too official, just a little check-in, something you can watch to help yourself. I just thought of this now. So, I want to do it in different topics. This video is going to be about self-consciousness and the way you look at yourself, self-image, and how I got through it, and how you can do it, and how you can help yourself. Because it's something that is essential to be able to love yourself and love the way you look. And it's hard for some people, um, looking up, seeing so many celebrities that are this image that you're expected to become or something like that, and you feel like you need to look like that, and if you're not that, you feel like if you're anything less, then you're not valuable, or you're not perfect. And there's no such thing as perfection. Perfection is a myth. you know um, in any way, shape, or form, you got to be able to say, I look great, I look good. And I can say right now, I had that problem as well growing up. I had a lot of issues growing up too, because aside from other things, I was a little bigger growing up. Very chubby, and it didn't go away. It wasn't something that just went away. It was something I had to work off. But it did affect me, because I was very self-conscious of that. Very self-conscious. I had people, mostly in this area. Some people have that. It's actually a form of disease. I don't know. I'm not pronouncing it properly. I know that, but something around the word Domesticality, something like that. I know I'm saying it wrong, but if you look it up, it's kind of a disease, where they grow a little too much fat in that area. And it affected me, because I saw a lot of other guys had, like, a flat chest, and that's the way it was supposed to be. But you know what? It's something that you have to look at in a positive light, or try and work it off, because growing up, like, they were different before. When I was getting comments like man boobs and moobs and stuff like that, and it did affect me, because I got so self-conscious, and every time I looked in the mirror, it was something I didn't like. And seeing that muffin top, the little flub and stuff, well, that's what I called it growing up, but I never liked it. I didn't like the way I saw myself. So I always covered myself in bigger clothing. Um, you know, like wearing large t-shirts, extra large, this, large, that. I never wore proper size things, because I thought it would show pretty much what was underneath. And I didn't want people to see that, because I was very self-conscious. And you know, it it wasn't healthy, though, because I saw myself in a negative standpoint, and that's not good. So it wasn't until one summer that I said to my sister, I said, you know what? And I did this for me. I didn't do this because I wanted everyone else is acceptance or something. I wanted to love myself, and this is what I had to do it. So I said to my sister was working out. She's very fit, very active, very athletic. So I said, let's work out. Get me strictly into this program, get me strict into working out at least 3 times a week, and I want to lose this weight, because I was approaching 200 pounds at, I think it was 14 years old, or 13 years old, and I didn't like it. So I was trying hard to lose the weight, and I went to the summer. I was doing also a little self-booster, self-confidence booster. I was also going to tanning. I was tanning regularly. I mean, it's not exactly the most healthiest, but it made me happy. It was something to keep me going, keep me encouraged through the process. So as a also with losing weight and getting fit and built, I was also getting tan, and that made me feel better about myself. But it took a couple of years, and I started. It was when I first got into a medium t-shirt. I said, you know what? I did it, and I looked at myself, and I finally loved myself. Right then and there, I almost did. It was like it would keep coming back and forth. So I kept working out. I said, you know what? This is what's going to help me. This is what's going to help me. And here I am, like 2 years later, and I'm actually very happy with myself. It's like I didn't need any surgery. I didn't need any I don't need any brand names. I know that's Aeropostale, but I don't care. I like this shirt because it was, you know, a nice T-shirt. It's comfortable. It's fitting. I didn't care what that said. I mean, you know what I mean? It's a nice T-shirt. It was on sale too, so. So, you know, I wouldn't buy anything at Aeropostale at full price. No, thank you. Um, so, yeah, I did it for me, and you know, it's not saying you have to change yourself to love yourself. For me, that's what the case was, and if that's the case, then you work for that, and I worked for that, and I'm so happy with myself now, you know, and um, I'm really not as self-conscious as I was before, self-confident, and all that stuff, you know. I feel much better with myself now. I mean, I still work towards a better body, better health, and everything. That's something that I do regularly, but because there's always room for improvement, for me at least, you know. But if, you know it doesn't matter if your pant size, you know, is more than your age, you know, or your t-shirt size, you know, is a letter that, you know, it defines you. It shouldn't define you. It doesn't define you. You know, like when I was bigger, I just accepted it, you know. I tried to accept it. I mean, for me, I changed things, but for people that don't want to do that, I'd say this, and it's a challenge, and I learned, it was actually, I read this from the book, from Janet Jackson's story, True You, her book, sorry, True You, and it really helps, and I tried it once, and it really helped me, and it actually helped me to encourage myself to want to work out and look better, and I would say, look in the mirror, and just stand there and look in the mirror, in your bathroom, wherever, and you look in that mirror and look for one thing on your body, your eyes, your nose, maybe the way your back curves, your hips, anything, and find something that you like about yourself, that one thing. Maybe there's two things, you know, but find that one thing and just look at it, you know, and think of the positive. I like that. I have a curved back. I love that. You know, it defines me. Or, you know, my cheekbones, like, it gives me that face, you know, I love it. I love it. And it gives you that positive energy, you know, it keeps you up. Keep doing that. Every time you look in the mirror, you know, look at that and absorb that almost, because you're seeing something that you like in yourself on the outside without looking in and looking at the negative. You know what I mean? If you just look in the mirror and say, I look great today, every day, and just look at that one part of your body that you do like to look at, and you say that, you'll start loving yourself, because you're starting to accept that part of your body, and sure enough, you'll start to accept other parts of your body too, and it won't matter, you know, if there's two X's in your t-shirt size, you know what I mean? Like for me, I feel so much better now, you know. There's things now, before I would look at one thing and I go, okay, I like that, and I work up to that, and then I start working out, and I saw another thing and another thing, until at one point I was like, wow, I just love the way I look. I love who I am. I love, you know, what I look like, and I'm at this point now where I'm loving myself now, because before I didn't so love myself. And like the saying goes, you can't love someone until you love yourself. And it's so true, because I haven't had a chance to love somebody because I didn't love myself. But now I'm in that position where I can. So, you know, self-confidence is a big, big thing growing up. And it's something that you need to embrace and go through with it and help yourself with it, because it can affect you. You know, there's no need to go to negative decisions, self-hurting, suicide, any of those things, just it's not really a positive choice. Try and look at it in the way I said it. Look in the mirror and find a couple things. It helps. It helps. It's small steps, but it helps, because it helped me to want and encouraged me to want to work out and improve myself in a healthy way, and I did, and I'm happy with myself. It's easy, and I know it sounds like, okay, it's not easy, Travis, but when you become at one with your body and everything, it does start to become easy, and you will start to see that, and it really works. So, I want to take that moment, because I was starting to feel like that, thinking about that. I mean, you can watch my old videos on this channel. I wasn't exactly a right size, or not a right size, that's not right, a normal, not a normal, like a small size. You know, I wasn't, you know, some of the guys you see on billboards. You know, I didn't have the six-pack, you know, the toned arms, you know, clean, clear face. You know, I suffered bad acne, you know. But you get encouraged to fix that when you start looking at yourself in a positive light. So I did that, and here I am today. So yeah, you know, just keep working on yourself and work on loving yourself, because that'll be what matters, is loving yourself and feeling confident and positive and staying encouraged, and you can do it. You really can. I believe in you. You can do it. I really believe in you. And you know what? Just believe in yourself and know that I believe you. And if you have any questions, you know, you can ask me on here on YouTube in my inbox. I'd feel more than welcome to answer any questions, or answer any advice that you may have, or you know, if you need any advice, I'd be more than willing to give you any advice or any answers there. So yeah, that pretty much sums up my video on self-confidence and self-image. And yeah. Okay, till next time.